Hi guys, so it is Monday morning. So if you watched my vlog from last week, you will have seen that very little happened, very little reading happened. This wasn't a great time. I'm hoping this week can be a little more productive. I actually have 3 days off, so I'm off work from Wednesday, so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, which I'm really looking forward to. Obviously I can't really do anything, but it'll be good just to have a bit of time to myself. I was actually supposed to be in Croatia this week, so that's pretty depressing, but I should be doing a few bits and bobs which will hopefully make this vlog a little more interesting. So I do plan on painting this room that I'm currently sat in, painting it a dark blue. I also need to go and get some curtains for this room because, as you can see, the light comes through on these blinds. I'm also putting some shelving up, so I'll be like reorganizing a few things, so hopefully it'll be slightly more interesting content. I can't really go through my reading plans for this week because I haven't actually done my TBR yet. I'm planning to film that on my lunch, but I will be carrying on with Crescent City. I'm at page 145, so I want to try and read at least 300 pages this week. I think that's a fairly like safe bet because I am reading very slowly at the moment, and I think that would take me to around halfway through the book as well, at which point I usually find that my reading pace increases as I get like more and more invested in the story. So before I film my TBR, I need to just adjust the prompts. If you saw my vlog from last week, you will have seen that I've decided to restructure how I do my TBR. So rather than it picking books, it's going to be prompts, which I'm hoping will just help me read a little bit more, because I am struggling with the set TBR where I have like pretty much nothing to do with the picking of the book, and because I'm like slumping so much, I think I just need to have a little bit more to do with what I'm actually reading, as well as the books that I own are not the books that I want to read right now. So hopefully this is going to work better. So I need to do that before I film my TBR on my lunch, and I need to put makeup on. So, and I also should be working, so I have quite a busy morning. So yeah, so once I've filmed my TBR, I will come back on and I will just let you know what else it is that I'm going to be reading this week. Okay guys, so I've just finished work. I've just finally filmed my TBR. There is a lot of books on there. That's all I'm gonna say, a lot. But I left them in the other room, so 1 second. So I think what I'm going to do this week is just set this book as my priority. This is a long book. It's going to take me a long time to read, and if I make it my priority, maybe I will finish it by the end of this week. So what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to work out how many pages I need to read a day to get this finished by Sunday, and I'll probably just let you know that tomorrow because I don't need to come and update you on that. And then for my audiobook, I think I am going to pick up Startled by His Fairy Shorts. So I think I will have that as my audiobook for this week. Probably only take me like 1 or 2 sittings to read it because I freaking love those. And then lastly, I'm going to start reading Why I'm No Longer Talking to White People About Racism Anymore. If you've seen my TBR, then you will know my reasons for picking this and how I feel about that. I have just filmed my TBR, so I'm not going to talk about it again because I just can't right now. I will discuss it later on in this video because it's a message that I want to share, but I'm not going to be able to do it in a coherent way at this moment in time, because even just thinking about having to talk about it is really stressing me out. And so I'm just going to not. I think what I am going to do, because I want to read this quite slowly over the course of the month, take my time with it, because I do want to read the whole thing, and non-fiction isn't really my genre, and usually I DNF non-fiction books because I lose interest in them, and I think it's really important for me to read this book. So I'm going to have a look at how it's set out, whether it's essays, chapters, whatever, and from there formulate a way to read it across the month, so maybe like in 2 essays a week, or I don't know how it's laid out, so I don't know how to tell you that now. I do also have a little something to show you guys. So I did have a little parcel come today, and this has well, it has 2 bookmarks in it, but they're the same bookmark. It's one for me and one for my bestie. It was part of her birthday present but didn't come in time. I will still give it to her, and they are from her paper world, and they looked really nice in the picture, so I am excited for them. And oh my god, they're actually metal. I did not realize that. Okay, so here they are. Oh my god, gorgeous. I did not realize these were metal. I thought they were just card, but as you can see, they are really thin metal. So these are Nevernight bookmarks. Can you see? I don't know. It says, "The books we love, they love us back." And so it's a quote from Nevernight, and it's really pretty, and I'm really, really happy with that. So there's one for me and one for her, because we both love Nevernight. Oh, I have the most annoying sneeze. Right, so that's it from me for today. I am gonna go do those little bits that I said that I was gonna do, and get some reading done, and I will check in with you guys tomorrow. So it is Wednesday. I didn't update yesterday for a number of reasons. Do I want to talk about this? So yesterday was Blackout Tuesday, and it was a day meant to show solidarity and people's intention of promoting the Black Lives Matter movement. I am someone who finds this whole situation very triggering. Racial violence is probably like my one trigger. I don't read books about racism. I don't watch films about it. If they're violent, I just kind of stay away from it, because it is something that really upsets me, and I don't want to be upset. That being said, with everything that's happened, I don't feel like that is a stand that I can continue to take. In doing that, although I try to keep myself educated, I am only taking like superficial information, because anything else is triggering for me, and it's not okay to hide behind that, because these things are happening in the world, are still happening today, and will continue to happen if we all just avoid it, because it's difficult and uncomfortable and upsetting, and I cannot be that and do that anymore, because it's not right. Another thing that I find very anxiety inducing is Twitter. And yesterday on Twitter, it was popping off. Whilst I think it is right to call out injustice and ignorance where we see it, I think there has to be a line. Some of the things I saw being called out were valid, 100% valid, and I agreed with them. And some of the things I saw being called out it felt more like people calling people out for the sake of calling someone out. And you could clearly see some people were trying to be involved in the movement and do what they could, and maybe weren't getting it quite right, or weren't doing it to a specific person's expectation, or people had misinterpreted things about the hashtag. I don't know, it's just, this is all, I'm very, very stressed by this whole situation. I just want, I just want people to be kind to each other and come together, rather than being brought apart by things that are insignificant. And I'm not talking about the valid cases of, and I don't want to get too much into it, but the valid cases of where people are refusing to become involved, using it as a tool to promote themselves or talk about their own struggles. I'm not talking about those cases. I'm talking about where someone used the wrong hashtag and then was like getting blasted for it, or people interpreting the rules their way and wanting everyone to do it their way. Like, let's not pick fault for the sake of picking fault when really there's so much bigger things going on in this world. So that is my little rant, and it's probably very inarticulate because I am kind of emotional about all of this, and that doesn't really lend itself to me being smart-mouthed. So I just want to talk a little bit about my plans for today. So I'm actually off work now until Monday. I'm so happy. I really need this break. I think I said I was going to separate this book into days, which I have done. I still haven't made it through the first day, but I have read up to page 200 now. This book is really freaking good. I'm really enjoying this. Not much has happened since I last read it, but because I'm off today, I'm hoping that I can get quite a bit of this read. Also, you can't tell because I've angled the camera well, but my house is incredibly messy, so I'm going to be tidying up as soon as I finish updating you guys, and I'm going to listen to my audiobook Startled by His Fairy Shorts whilst I do that. One thing that I would like to do if I have enough time, which I'm not sure if I will, is I would really like to start painting my bedroom so that I can get a shelf up in there, because that's where I want to put my TBR, so it's separate from the rest of my books. Right now I just have them in a pile on the floor of my spare room, so I'd like them to have their own proper home, but we'll see if I have time for that. I don't know if that's gonna actually be able to happen, but we'll see. One other thing I need to finish doing is editing my vlog. I'm having so many system issues at this moment in time, so not only did I break my camera last month, my laptop has just broken as well. I do have a spare one, but it isn't great, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to edit on there as well as I could on my other one. I'm going to have to like try and set it up and give that a go later on today, but yeah, it's a day. And also my hay fever is really bad today, so my like throat is itching, my nose is itching, my eyes are itching, I feel really groggy, really tired, so yeah, it's great. Okay, so it's now the afternoon. I have spent the morning cleaning, and now I'm trying to edit my TBR so that I can put that up today, but again, technology is just not on my side. I've managed to get my old laptop working, but the issue that I'm now having is I'm getting this weird error with Adobe. I've been using Premiere Rush to edit videos, which I've been getting on fairly well with actually, but yeah, I'm just getting this weird error on this new laptop because I used to use Adobe products on this laptop before. I then wiped it. My brother was using it for uni, so I wiped it. He doesn't need it anymore, so it's now back with me, and I feel like it's, I mean, I don't know computers, but I feel like it's like holding the old version somewhere in the background, which I've tried to uninstall and maybe like only uninstalled half of it or something. I don't know, but it's really weird error. I've googled it. I can't really find any explanation for what is causing it or how to fix it. So I've just tried restarting the laptop and hopefully that will work. So we'll see what happens, but I'm not holding my breath. I don't think it's gonna work for me. Okay, so it's decided it wants to update, so that is a good sign. So whilst that is updating, I'm gonna go make myself a pot of tea and hope that it doesn't take too long. Hopefully that will be the exact amount of time. Maybe have a cupcake, maybe read a bit of my book, depending on how long it is, but I don't think it's gonna be that long. So today has quite literally been a disaster. It's now 5 o'clock and I think I last updated you about 2, maybe 3. And I have done pretty much nothing apart from that little bit of reading that you saw me do. I've done pretty much nothing because I've been trying to sort this out. I've had to restart the laptop multiple times. I've had to uninstall things, reinstall them. I've ended up having to download my video files onto the laptop because it finally pulled everything through and then it was missing some of the video files. So I'm just at a point where I just want to chuck it out the window. So now that it is 5 o'clock, I kind of don't want to do any editing. It's still not even working. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start prepping dinner. I'm going to do some kind of goat's cheese and caramelized onion tart thing. So I'm gonna get that prepped and so it's ready to go on because it only takes like 10 minutes, 20 minutes to cook once it's prepped. And then maybe I'll do some reading after that. I don't know, I'm just not really in a reading mood right now. So I might actually do some writing instead. Who knows? We'll see. Good morning, guys. It is Thursday. I'm having a much better morning today than I was having yesterday. So yesterday was just issue after issue after issue. So obviously pretty sure I told you, but I just ended up not doing anything because I was just trying to get things to work. This morning I have got up. The laptop is working fine today, which is brilliant. I have managed to edit about half of my TBR. So I do have a vlog that I was going to edit from last week, but I think I'm just going to let it go. It's taken me so long to be able to edit the TBR that I'm just not fussed. It's not a good vlog anyway. This one already feels like it's going to be a lot better. So it is what it is. I don't think I did any more reading yesterday. I was pretty much just in a bad mood. I didn't want to do anything. So what I did was I started watching this series on Amazon Prime called Upload. I'd watched one episode before and I wasn't really like super into it, but I thought there's nothing else on, I'm just going to put it on. And I watched nearly the whole series. It was so good. So I would recommend that if you're looking for a new series to watch. It's kind of like a funny sci-fi kind of thing. So I've got a couple of things that I want to get done today. Obviously finish editing my TBR. I'll probably take a little break now, have a coffee or something because I've got a bit of a headache. I want to get dinner marinating ASAP. I'm doing pork, so I want to get that in a salt brine to keep it moist, stop it from drying out when it's cooking. And I want to get my room ready to be able to start painting it, so I need to just make sure it's really, really tidy and move like all the clutter so it's just the big items of furniture. I don't think I'm going to get to paint it today, probably not tomorrow either, but I'd like to get that started over the weekend. I'm actually hopefully getting a new car tomorrow, so that will take quite a big portion of the day, and I've got to go to B&Q, which I'm kind of dreading because I think the queue's going to be really bad. I do hope that I can get quite a bit of reading done today because obviously yesterday wasn't great, but we will see how long the editing takes. I've kind of just given up thinking that I will finish this book by the end of the week. It's not going to happen. I've not even managed to read the pages that were like set for Monday or Tuesday whenever I did that. So yeah, I fail. Okay, so food prep is done. I should probably get dressed at some point. It's getting a bit late now and I'm still, oh my god, actually my outfit is so bad. I'm not going to show you it. Let's just say I'm wearing an actual tracksuit, like, actual tracksuit, and I'm not one of those girls that can pull it off. So I also cleared out the fridge. So what I did for dinner last night was caramelized onion and cheddar tarts, but they were supposed to be caramelized onion and goat's cheese tarts, but I couldn't find the goat's cheese. I have now found it and I want to do something with that as well. And I have strawberries, and I feel like there is going to be something that I can do with goat's cheese and strawberries, but I don't know what. I just feel like they're two flavours that are going to go together. So to help me, I'm going to be using this book. This is the Flavor Thesaurus, and it basically just talks about different tastes that go well together. So I'm going to see if there's anything in here for goat's cheese and strawberries, and if so, I will use that as my kind of inspiration to come up with some kind of concoction. Okay guys, it is like 4 p.m. now, I think. Yeah, 4. I am feeling like absolute crap. I have some issues with my sinuses. I don't know what it is. I should go to the doctors because it causes me a lot of pain, and right now I have, my face just hurts, my head hurts, and I just feel really sorry for myself. I am just sat on the sofa drinking tea. I finished editing my TBR that is uploading now on Thursday. That was supposed to go up on Monday. That's what this week has been like. That's uploading now. There's the cap. So I'm gonna put on some ASMR rooms, get all snuggled on the sofa and read as much as I can. Hi guys. So it's Tuesday today and I am ending the vlog here. I think my last update was Thursday afternoon, and I was just about to sit down and read. And as I'm sure a lot of you are aware, there were a lot of things going on within the bookish community on Thursday. which I discovered as I sat down to read. Following on from that, everything going on both within the bookish community and outside of it really put me into a bit of a funk. I tried to film myself on numerous occasions talking about how I felt about the situation, and every time I just wasn't able to put my thoughts across in a way that I was happy with. I feel very conflicted as a mixed race person on where I stand in this situation. I feel the hurt of the Black community acutely, and yet I am in a privileged space where I am unable to fully understand all of their experiences. Ultimately, I don't want to discuss all of this in a vlog because I don't feel like this is the appropriate place for it, but I also don't want to be silent. I may post a video on it. I'm not sure because I don't know if I feel that that is entirely appropriate. I may just voice my feelings and opinions on Twitter. I haven't decided yet. All I do want to say is that we as a community need to continue to uplift Black creators, and that doesn't simply mean subscribing to their channels, watching a video here and there. It means supporting them in the same way that we've supported white creators for so long. It means engaging with their platforms. It means continuing to watch and subscribe to their channels even when the movement falls out of popularity and is no longer a hot topic, though it should always be a hot topic. We cannot be silent, and we must call out every injustice that we see. And it is only through that and through educating ourselves and being better that anything will change. I hope that everyone has already signed petitions, attended protests if they can, and donated if they can. But if not, I will leave some links below in the description. Though I do feel a little uncomfortable about it, I am going to continue to vlog next week or this week because I think it is important to A, show that life can continue, and B, show how this continues to affect me and other people going forward. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I really do appreciate it, and I hope that we will all continue to make noise until we see change. And I'm going to leave it here. Bye.